Hello friends, it is Nomad Brad coming to you from my box truck. Woo, I'm a little bit dizzy. We're back at Fiesta Island and here's what's going on today. I'm doing a little bit of work on my box truck. I'm trying to get it ready for Burning Man. So I've told a lot of you guys I'm going to be going to Burning Man here at the end of the month, the last week of August, and I'm going to leave about a week early, which means I need to really focus on getting ready and making my preparations. So this is the project we're going to do today to get me ready. So this is my electrical cabinet. You guys have seen it many times, but here is the fatal flaw. In order for this to operate, it has to remain cool, and in order for it to remain cool, I have to leave this front door open because I went in and I built this floor and all these cool little walls, but that kind of boxed it in and limited the airflow. So for the past few months, ever since the rebuild, I've just been leaving the door open, which has worked out fine, but it's not going to be ideal for Burning Man because it's going to be dusty and I want to kind of protect this cabinet and be able to keep it a little bit closed. So I've ordered this cool little plexiglass window, and additionally I have ordered this computer fan, double computer fan, and then also I ordered some more of these little white round ventilation holes that I have down here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the vent fan up into the corner here of this wall, and that's gonna push air into this cabinet. And then on the front of this door panel, I'm gonna cut in a plexiglass view window just so you can see inside. And then I'm gonna put these little round vent holes up at the top of this sliding door. So the first thing we're going to do is remove these sliding door panels, which will give me access to the wall where I need to make a cut in for the PC cooling fans. So I use power grab to secure all my trim. It's pretty easy to pry it off when you need to in a situation like this, and then you can easily just put on new power grab, stick it back into place. Here is the dual fan. I'm going to be mounting it up on the side, something like that. Besides working on my own projects, I've also been helping out Mark and Marina from Wanderbox on their client build. Let's hop over and check in on them.
Yeah. We're gonna cut that pipe.
There's a Marina in there.
She emerges.
So they asked me to help them with some electrical in the project box. I'm going to be adding a couple electrical outlets as well as a 12-volt fused distribution panel. It wasn't too big of a job. I spent a couple hours here doing some electrical and then hopped back over to my box to continue the vent fan. So I went ahead and drilled 2 holes with a hole saw for the fan, and now I'm going to mount that up. Alright, and here we go. Got the wall panel back in, cooling fans installed. They have a switch up here. There's a 3-speed fan switch, low, medium, high. And so that's all back together. Now the next move is, that's about it for today. Sun's going down. I don't want to start a new project, but the project for tomorrow will be to cut the window and then the vents into the front panel, and then also wire in the on-off switch for the lights. Now Fiesta Island is a great spot to hang out for the day and build, but you cannot stay the night there. The police definitely enforce that no overnight camping, and so we've been staying at this parking lot right across the bay, and sometimes we just stay here the whole day and end up building in the parking lot, and that's what we're going to do today. A little bit of parking lot build out with the box truck gang. And to start this day out right, we're going to begin with the Nomad bike ride.
Sound quality is.
Hey, it's a Marina.
Hey.
We're out here doing it. Nomad bike ride today. We got Sir on Dave on the Super B. Dang. Look at this crew right now. Mark's ready. He's got the party pants on. What up? King Gamer's got the Trek. Marina's got the beach cruiser. Just a couple of homies living in vehicles, doing bike stuff. So I'm riding the e-bike today. For all of y'all that don't know, I punctured the battery in it when I was trying to install the bike lock. So fortunately, this e-bike has pedals. That's one reason to get an e-bike with pedals. And it also has manual shifting. So I can actually shift gears, which is pretty cool. So actually the hybrid e-bike, not a bad deal when you destroy the battery. It keeps going for you.
Right trigger. Top finger, right?
Hey, there he goes. Ha ha!
Nobody told me about the kickback.
Oh, yeah.
You go too fast.
Too fast?
So what do? You lean forward, and then what happens? Your teeth hurt.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, a lot of blood.
Did you?
Oh, yeah,
lose a tooth? What?
Oh, man.
Dang.
Knocked myself out good.
Oh,
I was
shit.
just covered in blood.
Oh, shit.
And delirious, and I just went in my bathroom, and there was blood up the steps into the bathroom. The curtain had blood on it, and Marina followed a trail of blood to find me in the bathroom, just like looking at the wall, like, hi.
Oh my goodness. When was this?
This was 2021.
Oh, okay, a few years ago. So you've recovered nicely.
Oh yeah, we're good. I just don't go that fast no more.
Yeah, that's a good lesson, man.
It's on my comfort zone.
Hello friends, so we're back at day 2 of the electrical cabinet remodel, and unfortunately I missed a little bit of footage of the process I was going to share with you guys, but I'm just going to go ahead and catch you up and show you where I'm at right now. So here's the cabinet door. The last thing you guys saw was me drilling the holes for the vents, and what I missed recording was cutting out the opening, but here it is. So now we have an opening in the cabinet. I'm going to glue a piece of plexiglass right over the back side of that, so that's going to be the view window. And then also I installed this switch for my LED lights. It's not wired up yet, so what we're going to do right now is install the piece of plexiglass and wire in my switch, and the cabinet will be complete. So the first thing I'm going to do is wire up the switch, which will control my LED lights. The thing I like about these round metal switches is they come with this little wiring harness, and so it's pretty easy to just wire up the harness and then you plug it into the back of the switch, and so it just makes wiring pretty easy. So the switch comes with a wiring diagram that shows you there's all different kinds of configurations, ways you can wire up the switch, but what we're going to do is set it up so that when you push the button, it turns on the LED light on the switch, and then also it turns on the LED lights in the electrical cabinet, and then when you turn the switch off, everything turns off. So that's the way we're going to wire it up. So on this switch, it's important, you always got to look at the wiring diagram, because on this switch they're using red for negative and black for positive, which is the opposite of what you typically find in 12 volt DC applications, or in this case 24 volt. So you always got to look at the instructions first, because the switches and a lot of the stuff you get, especially from China, is not always the way you expect it to be. So on this switch, we are connecting the negative gets connected by its, or the positive gets connected by itself, which is black in this case. The negative, which is red, which is backwards, is getting connected to the normally open. And then we have the negative coming in on the green wire as well. So negative coming in and then going out the other side. And just like that, I have the switch wiring harness all wired up, wired into my 24-volt electrical coming off my battery. And so now, before I connect this in permanently, the next step is I want to go ahead and glue the plexiglass onto this panel. So I'll go ahead and pull this door out, pull this out. Now the best way to attach this really is probably going to be screws or like a bolts or something, but I ain't got time for that. So I'm just going to use some power grab, which is the same adhesive I use on the trim. We'll try it out, see how it holds. If it falls off, then I'll just figure out something else. But I think initially the power grab should hold it pretty well. So we'll try that out. Here's the piece of plexiglass. It has a protective cover on it. So we'll peel this off, and then we're going to just attach it to the back of this panel. And so I think what makes the most sense is we'll put the, by the way, here's the power grab, the stuff that I use, works pretty well. And so I think it makes most sense to spray the power grab directly onto the board, and then we'll just push the piece of plexi panel up against it. I think that makes the most sense. So that's what we're gonna do. Now this tube of power grab that I'm using, it's a little bit older. I've already used it before. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hope it's not too dried up. Plunge in, lock it in place. Just got some power grab on me. Let's get a napkin. So I got a paper towel. Anywhere you put this power grab, it just gets all over the place. You guys know how it is when you work with caulking or any kind of adhesive. It just seems like no matter what, it just ends up everywhere. So we'll go ahead and just give the power grab a hit. Let's see if it's in liquid form, if it's not too dried out. There it is. Looks good. Okay. Now what we got to do is we're going to peel this coating off of the plexiglass. And the plexiglass is 12 inches by 12 inches. And so I cut the hole 11 inches by 11 inches. So it should allow me about an inch on each side. And so I'm just hoping the power grab doesn't gush out into the plexiglass part. I don't want to see the power grab, obviously. So hopefully we can make that happen. Okay, you can see, we'll peel this off. There's one side, and here we are with our piece of plexi. So we'll just kind of stand it up like that. And we got to hit some power grab. And I'm going to want to stay a little bit away from the edge. I don't want it to gush out. You guys see that? Not really. Let me bring you guys in a little closer. Go like this. Okay. Just kind of. So here's a kind of a shot at what it ended up looking like. So you can see the grab underneath the plexiglass. We got pretty good coverage. On the side here we missed it, but I put a bead on the outside to try to hold it in place. And then we got it again up here. So overall I think it's going to work out well. Let's go ahead and put it in. Alright, and the last thing we're going to do is reattach the trim up here. Some power grab. Oops, hello. Some power grab. And so here it is, electrical cabinet complete with the view window, with the push button LED. Look at that, click that. On, off, on, and then you can peek in, see all the work, the view fan, or the vent fan, the inverter charger, all my wiring. Look at that. That's a pretty cool little display. And then the goal was that that cooling fan is pressurizing the electrical cabinet and pushing air out these front vents. And if I put my hand up here, I can feel air coming out the front. And we're not even on high, we're on medium. Let's kick the fan up to high. There we go. And let's close this. And there we are. Nice little draft pushing out. And so that should help a lot at Burning Man. Hopefully that helps keep some of the dust out of the cabinet. It should just blow air this way and kind of pressurize that area. So that's it. Electrical cabinet, remodel complete. In a parking lot. In a parking lot in San Diego, California. We did it. Very nice. Man, that plexiglass is so clear. It looks like there's nothing even there. Like you can't even tell that there's glass there. It just looks like it's a hole. Man, that is so cool. Very excited about it. Hell yeah. Well, that's it for today's video. We got a lot done. We were started in Fiesta Island, moved to this sweet parking lot. I completed my electrical cabinet cooling system, helped on the box truck build. We did a Nomad group bike ride. It was a really cool video and a fun couple days. So that's it for me. I'm tired. I'm ready to go relax. So I'm gonna go hang out with my Nomad friends.